Hey, what's up guys? The info set is going to be released soon, and many of you are excited to try out the Toybox White Forest deck with the Fiendsmith engine, which is a solid choice due to the impressive board it can create. I've developed a combo that's perfect for you guys to try out in this deck, and I'll also be explaining the deck list later in this video. To start, for those who are not aware, this deck is a 2-card combo deck that requires opening with a starter and a spell/trap card to fuel the powerful White Forest effects. This is why the Toybox engine is excellent in this deck. It covers the cost for the White Forest cards while providing additional powerful effects, such as adding a light extender with Toy Soldier and reborning one of your cards with Toy Tank. I'll show you what you can do when opening Astria and Toy Box. First, we'll activate Toy Box. Use Toy Box effect to set Toy Soldier and Toy Tank to your field. Next, we'll normal summon Astria. Use her effect, send in Toy Soldier first. To special summon Sylvia of the White Woods. And on a new chain, Chainlink 1 Sylvie will add you a White Forest spell/trap, while Chainlink 2 Toy Soldier would special summon. Here we'll add Legends of the White Woods. On a new chain, Toy Soldier will activate while you control Toy Box to search the amazing White Dragon/Black Dragon package extender from deck to hand. Here, we will have to activate Legends of the White Woods early because we will do the anti-nib line, and afterward we will not have a spellcaster or an illusion monster to activate this. So we'll use it to search Reset of the White Woods. Next, we'll Synchro 6 into Immortal Dragon, using our level 4 tuner and level 2 non-tuner. And this is our summon number 4. On summon number 5, we'll go into Arms of Genix. And for those of you who are not aware of this card, this requires 1 Dark Tuner and 1 non-tuner monster, and it reads when your opponent activates a monster effect, quick effect, you can banish 1 monster from your graveyard with the same attribute, negate the activation, and if you do, destroy that monster. We have lights and a dark, and Nibiru is a light monster, so you can negate and destroy Nibiru whenever going forward. And you also have a dark to banish if they decide to Bestial you or DD Crow you. And now we could continue with our powerful White Woods combo. Here we will use Reset to special summon by sending Toy Tank from field to graveyard, and immediately add our last missing piece, Arcia of the White Woods. Toy Tank will activate to special summon, and we can go ahead and use Toy Tank's effect because we control Toy Box to reborn Immortal Dragon. And now, we can use Arcia to special summon. Arcia's on-field effect, send in Toy Box to the graveyard to draw a free card. Here, doing this will trigger Astria to special summon. And now we have a level 6 Synchro Tuner monster and a level 2, which will help us go into Diabelle. And she will gain the effect to add back a spell or trap because we used a Synchro monster as material. We'll add back Toy Box. We'll use Toy Box again because it's not a hard once per turn to set the remaining 2 Toy Soldiers from deck. In our level 2 and level 4, we can finally go into Arcilla. Usually in any other combo we would go into this first, however, because of Arms of Genix, which is an anti-nib combo, we will go into this last to search our last piece. We'll use our effect, send in our Toy Soldier to add Woes of the White Woods. Or if you already have that, feel free to add an effect Veiler. And this is why I love the Toy Box engine, because it can refuel your spell and traps to use your White Forest powerful effects. From here, this is why the White/Dragon package is important and very good for this deck, because it increases the power ceiling. We'll start by special White Dragon, and we already have a dark card in the graveyard with Immortal Dragon. We can special summon him. In here, we can go into our Fiendsmith line by going into Moon of the Closed Heavens, using these two cards. Remember, White Dragon will activate to add you Black Dragon. Then from here, we can go into Fiendsmith Requiem. Use his effect to special summon Fiendsmith Engraver from deck. Here, if you wanted to, some people like to play the High King package. You can go into the new TCG exclusive fusion monster, Necro Equip Princess, to do the combo as a 1-card combo. However, that's not necessary, and I prefer to go in a different route. Here I can special summon Black Dragon by banishing White Dragon, using these two to go into Sequentia. Here we'll use Sequentia to summon Desiree, and this is very important, and I feel like is the best advantage you can get out of the Fiendsmith engine. We'll summon him by shuffling 3 light fiend monsters. And I'll explain in a second why this card is very important for this deck. And now we can activate one of our tuners to summon by shuffling Arcilla from the graveyard. Either Link 3 or Link 2 using these two. But here what I like to do is go into Top Hat. Top Hat can set us a new TCG exclusive monster trap called Kuibiko. This card reads, special summon this card as an effect monster, which is a level 2, which is very important, with the following effects. Once per chain, when your opponent activates a monster effect on the field that targets a card you control, quick effect, you can set this card in your spell and trap zones, and if you do, negate that opponent's effect, and if that monster has the highest attack your opponent's field, return it to the hand. This is a very powerful effect to protect your board. However, we will not be using it for that effect. We will just be using it because of its level. So pretend that Top Hat set Kuibiko. It has not been coded yet into YGO Omega, and this is why I just set it. And do not forget to use Sequentia's effect to equip into Desiree, which will turn on your Desiree negate effects, which allow you to negate up to 2 cards, and he becomes untargetable. And now we could set Woes of the White Woods. And let's break down this board. Here we have Arms of Genix, which is a 2-monster negate. Any light monster and any dark monster you can negate that your opponent has. We have Diabel, which can go into this new TCG exclusive synchro called Zapper Shrimp, which is an amazing card that power creeps Formula Synchron. It reads, if this card is special summoned, you can send 1 other card from your hand or field to the graveyard, then target 1 spell or trap your opponent controls, destroy it. You can use your toy engine as cost. In its other effect, quick effects during the main phase, immediately after this effect resolve, synchro summon using this card. And this is once per chain, so you can't do it whenever. Keep that in mind. And this is why I like playing Kuibiko. When you summon Kuibiko, Top Hat will activate to destroy another spell and trap, And using Kuibiko and Zapper Shrimp, we can synchro into Herald of the Arclight. However, if you don't want to, you can always go into Chaos Angel using Diabel and Zapper Shrimp. We also have 2 negates with the Fiendsmith fusion monster. Top Hat acts as an interruption that destroys a spell and trap. Toy Box also acts as a battle phase interruption. It reads once per turn when an opponent monster declares an attack, you can send 1 face down card you control to the graveyard, destroy the opponent monster. So if they summon any big guy and decide to beat over your monsters, remember that Toy Box is a powerful deterrent for those monsters. And what's cool, you also has Woes of the White Woods to help you summon Silvera. So you'll summon a level 2, use Sylvie, chainlink to the trap Sylvie to return back Diabel, and go into Silvera, which will Book of Eclipse the opponent's field. Here I'll explain why this Fiendsmith fusion card is so important for this deck. A lot of people are speculating in the upcoming format that board breakers are going to be everywhere, and a lot of people are going to see Dark Ruler and droplets. You have already covered the droplet because Herald of the Arclight is an Omni Negate, and it disables droplet because any monster sent from the hand or main deck to the graveyard is banished instead. So they can't send a monster card to activate droplet. However, you're going to see a lot of Dark Rulers, and to stop Dark Ruler, you can chainlink 1, Woes of the White Woods, then chainlink 2 the fusion because you are responding to your trap, you're no longer responding to Dark Ruler, to negate the opponent's Dark Ruler. So this card, this Fiendsmith fusion, is amazing to stop board breakers. And this is why I love to go into this combo instead of the High King or the Appaloosa line. And remember, when you send Toy Soldier to the graveyard, he will resummon and add you back any extender, the White Forest tuner extenders. You still had 4 cards for this combo. Remember, this was a free draw. You still had 4 cards in hand. First combo that I've shown, which is the best combo of these 2 combos, plays the minimum package for the Fiendsmith, which only plays 1 Fiendsmith engraver in the deck. However, if you wanted to play more of the Fiendsmith package and add Lacrimosa with Lurie, this is the combo you could do. It will start off the same. You have Toy Box and Astria. You'll use Toy Box to set your 2 toy monster, use Astria to send your Toy Soldier, which will summon Sylvie from the deck. And on a new chain, Sylvie will add you a Whitewood spell and trap, while Toy Tank will special summon. We will add Legends of the White Woods. And remember, Toy Soldier will add the White Dragon, a powerful extender for this deck. It should be considered. Here we'll have to use it early, then do the Gen X line as your 5th summon to circumvent Nibiru or Bestials / DD Crows. And now we'll activate Astria, send in Toy Tank to summon, and immediately after, add RCF from deck. Here Toy Tank will activate, we'll summon Arcia, we'll go into Arcilla, send in our Toy Box to add us Woes of the White Woods. And now, Astria will trigger because Toy Box was sent to the graveyard to special summon. We can go into our Diabel, add in back our Toy Box engine. Here we will reborn Arcia by shuffling our level 6 Synchro with Arcilla to go into Moon of the Closed Heaven. We can go ahead and activate Toy Box to set our remaining 2 Toy Soldier from deck. Or if you don't want to play that big of a package, you could set them back from the graveyard. Then we'll go ahead and special summon White Dragon by banishing Immortal Dragon. then we can go ahead and go into our Fiendsmith line with Raikima, Fiendsmith Engraver, and Lacrimosa, Sequentia. And remember that Black Dragon will be added after White Dragon leaves the field. We'll Synchro into Lacrimosa, which will reborn our Fiendsmith. And here, apologies, we'll add the Fiendsmith to hand, then use the Fiendsmith to add Tractus. Use Tractus to get Luri, discard Luri, reborn Luri, then summon our Black Dragon. Finally, going for a 3 material Appaloosa, which will then reborn our Fiendsmith by shuffling our Link 2 to go into High King Caesar. We have a 3 material Appaloosa, 2 special summon negate, a Diabell, a 2 monster light or dark monster negate. You have your toy box all set up for the opponent's turn and your turn, and you have woes for the synchro lines such as Silvera or Arcilla to add you a free effect Veiler. However, I prefer the first combo because of the upcoming board breaker format. Here is the deck list that showcase for the first combo, and it runs 3 Astria, 3 Reset, which are the best starter in this deck, 2 Sylvie, which is also a starter. You know, you can special summon Sylvie, add Legends, use Legends to add Reset, and continue playing. You could play 3, but I prefer playing 2 for now. 1 Arcilla, 1 Fiendsmith Engraver. This plays the minimum package for the Fiendsmith to go into our Negator, which can stop board breakers. I play 3 Toy Soldier, which is a bigger package, because we really need the fuel for our White Woods effects. 1 Toy Tank, in the amazing package with White/Black Dragon, which is free extension that can increase the ceiling for our deck by a lot. I play 3 Toy Box, 1 Legends for the combo, and 1 Woes for the combo also. And here, remember, with Rabbit, we can set Kuibiko, which can help us go into Herald of the Arclight. The deck list that I built can play up to 18 non-engine, which is a lot, and should definitely be considered. Here, instead of Crossout, you can play more hand traps, but I prefer Crossout because Crossout can also be used as a discard for cost with Astria and Reset effects. Plus, it keeps your combos very safe against Troll, which will also be popular in Infinite Impermanence. For the extra deck, I play the 1 Requiem, the 1 Sequentia, the 1 Close Heaven, the 1 Rabbit. Here you have SP for utility, or if you have too many bodies, you can also go into Appaloosa. We have Herald of the Arclight, which turns off Droplet and is an awesome card and addition for this deck. And I've already showed how easy the line with Kuibiko and Zapper Shrimp, which is a new TCG. Both of them are new TCG exclusives that are very powerful for this deck. And this new Zapper Shrimp basically power crept Formula Synchron, because on summon it acts as a disruption and you can use it to quick synchro. I play with the 1 Immortal Dragon, which is required for the anti-nib line, which you can go into Immortal Dragon with Toy Soldier to go into Arms of Genix, which is an awesome anti-nib card. We play 1 of each Silvera, Arcilla, and Diabell, because those cards can be recycled with your tuners. So it's not mandatory to play 3. And our best card in the Fiendsmith line, Desiree, which stops Board Breaker. And I've already explained that you could Chainlink 1 Woes to a Dark Ruler, then Chainlink 2 negating that Dark Ruler, which is extremely impressive for this deck. making your turn 1 basically unstoppable. And what I like about this deck list, that it plays 18 non-engines, like I said, which is going to be very powerful for these Fiendsmith, decks like Snake Eye Fiendsmith, U-Bell Fiendsmith. You'll need a lot of interruptions to open up. You can also play the board breaker approach, but I prefer the hand trap approach because it covers a lot more rogue decks and some of the Snake Eye decks. If you guys found this interesting, please leave a like, and if you have any comments or suggestions, feel free to leave them below. Later, guys.